This is New Orleans, baby, and there ain't no place on earth like it. I'm gonna take you on a tour of my New Orleans. I want you to feel the ground beneath your feet the way I feel that ground when I'm here. But make no mistake that these are bad lands. The natives didn't want these lands. And when the damp, dank soil, swelling with the muddy waters of the Mississippi, rises to meet your stride, you will know there is something different here. Touch the earth. This ground is soaked with booze and bullets and blood and booms and busts. Rub between your fingertips the silken silt saturated with sin, long washed through lawless lanes here. There is something different. But first, let me introduce you to a few people. The people who claim this land as their own. First, Acadians, long expelled from their second home, finding their third home here. You see, Acadian and Cajun are one and the same. Branches of the same tree, burnished with pain and rue, and these are my people. Second to come here, leave behind a cross-section of 10th generation, 9th Ward dwellers, descendants of the Black Storyville and Bywater settlers, bones that hold the origins of jazz. In their DNA, bearing the pain of a city which was once half owned by free people of color and women. Their options now more limited than their ancestors, set back in time by the motion of ignorance and the need for new laws. And third, let me introduce you to the people that fill the spaces between. Bohemians, wanderers, gypsies, artists, pirates, whores. Watch as they mix in these streets, an endlessly rotating cast of colorful characters blending seamlessly into the rainbow of the houses of the Marigny. Their joyful hue a stark contrast to the red X's that still adorn the battered dwellings of the dead in the ward after the storm. And then there's tourists in their I Love Louisiana gear, with their cameras and their fanny packs and their jazz brunches. And the 21-year-olds filling the streets, their glasses and their bellies with liquor, like Bourbon Street after dark, packing balconies and cash registers. They're all free here. We are all free here. And you can come to NOLA and do as you choose. You can create and you can explore. You can drink and carouse. Or you can just disappear deeply into the dense, dark night that is this city. And many are oblivious to the history beneath their feet, but you're on my tour, and I will not let you leave this city oblivious to the history. You're walking with me. And you can hear the murmur of the jazz bass reaching back through time and feel the power of the second line horns, so impossible to escape that your score could never be sad in this city. You're walking these streets with me, the liberation of laughter, a contrast to the soulful songs of slavery. And tomorrow, we will rise to the crows of the ownerless roosters that roam Desire Street, grubbing for bugs and looking for hens to love, like the frat boys in the French Quarter. But did you catch that? That is the smell of incense, murky with the coexistence of Catholicism and voodoo, and it will stick to your clothing as you pass by these houses of worship. And don't worry, I'm not going to let you leave here unless you're like the other visitors, smelling of a heady mix of desperation and liberation and libations. Before you go, I want you to feel the rapture of the murky swamp air that envelops your skin as sweat drips down your back, and I want you wrapped in an atmosphere heavy with centuries of embracing wayward souls, heaving with the energetic vibration of a people fortified with tragedies long before storms. Feel the pulse in your veins of a city as you run your fingers across the tombs of long living and long dead inhabitants of this wonderful city. By now you should realize that the devil's not just in the details here, my friends. The devil is in the air. But you must be starving. And this is a city that deserves to be devoured. Cajun and Creole cooking, paprika powdered peppers of red and black and cayenne, garlic, onions, fat and flour, ancient with their histories, roots spanning oceans, the catch of celery salt barbing the slight crunch of an Oster poor boy, the smell of char and salt on Parmesan oysters. And it's time to relax. It's the end of the night, and we're going to let the warmth of licorice and the anesthetic of absence run over your tongue and course through your blood with your belly full and your eyes full and your heart full. And we'll finish our tour here with the smooth rush and release of the first hit of well whiskey and a well-made old-fashioned in a bar somewhere beyond Frenchman Street. Because this is my New Orleans, baby. Did you have a good time?